Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Christine. I will list all my socials down in the description box. Now today we will be reviewing the Made by Milcho brand. He just came out with some liquid bronzers, so we will be testing those out along with one of his blushes. So if you would like to see how I applied the product and how well it performed, then keep watching. Okay guys, so we are back. Today we are going to be testing out the Mitchell blushes. Now I have two of them here along with an actual blush. So I'm gonna test these out today. I wanted to actually get 3 colors, but one of them was sold out. Now this little postcard came with the actual contents in my box. So I got Shady Business, which is this shade here. I also got Caramel Chizel, which is this shade here. I tried to get the cream carve just so that way I can test it out for you guys and show you guys what it looks like on my complexion, but it was completely sold out. So I have those two. I have the Shady Business and the Caramel Chisel. We're gonna try that today and we're gonna see how it looks on my face. I also purchased the brushes. So it came in this little pouch and these are the brushes that it came with. Obviously, we're not gonna be using the eye brushes today because we're not doing an eye look. We're just testing out the bronzers, but I am gonna use probably this one. This is F1. Now feeling the brush, it feels really awesome. It's almost like a velvet kind of feel to it where it feels soft. It definitely feels like it's good quality. The bristles feel really nice. Now in terms of the blushes, these are the bronzers. So they look like this. And I did mention to you guys that I got an actual blush. So this one is the blush on top. Blursh. So this is the blush on top. You can obviously see the difference since these are the bronzers. It has like a brown tone to it. This one has more of a pinky tone. This shade here is the Posey Rosey. So I wanted to test that out as well. I did apply my complexion products off of camera because we don't need to do that on camera. But I will tell you what I used. I used my NARS. This is the Semi-Matte All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Let's see what shade this is. This is in the shade Stromboli. So I used this. I did use my Tarte Shape Tape. And to set my under eye, I did use the Jaclyn Cosmetics. I actually tried this shade today, which is this one here on the bottom. So it's a little more toned down. So that is all I have on my face. So we're gonna go right along. We're gonna try the bronzers. What I'm going to do is, since I have 2 bronzers, I'm gonna do 1 shade on each side just so you guys can compare and contrast in terms of the color. Again, I wish I had the 3rd shade, that cream carve, but we're gonna make do and see how these shades look on my complexion. So I'm gonna pull you guys closer and we're gonna get along with it. Okay, so now that you guys are closer, we're gonna test this out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try the Caramel Chisel on this side and then I'll do the Shady Business on this side. So let's open up this caramel one first. Now the component is very Mitchell, very on brand. I did test out his eyeshadows. If you guys haven't seen that, I will link that up above here. This is what the component looks like. Really cute with the neon. Opening it up, this is what the little doe foot applicator looks like. Oh, that is what it looks like. Now I'm going to take this brush, the MF1. And what I'm doing is I'm doing it in dabbing motions as well as really small swiping motions. I don't want to bring it all the way over here because the closer you bring it to the mouth, the more your face drags down. But I'm really just trying to blend it out. That looks fine. I think I applied too much, but let's see if I can diffuse it with my beauty blender. There it is. That's actually really, really pretty. Once you diffuse it a little, because I think I applied a little bit too much, but once you really work it into the skin, that's really, really pretty. Now what I want to do is I want to try the Blursh, the actual Blursh, the Posey Rosey on top to see if they perform well together. Same concept in the component. This is what the doe foot applicator looks like. I'm just going to apply 3 little dots like that. I'm going to try this brush. This is the MF3. Again, I applied too much. So when you apply too much, you can just take your beauty blender and just diffuse the product. That's really pretty. Now to give it a true test, I'm going to apply more of the bronzer on top to see if it works well layering together. So just a little bit, just like that, just because I want to see if it's going to work well. And I'm going to use this brush that we used for the bronzer the first time we used it. This is the MF1. Yeah, that blended out like a dream, actually. That is really nice. And if you want a more chiseled look, because you're dealing with liquids, what you can do is grab your concealer. I like the Tarte Shape Tape because of the doe foot applicator. And you can put it below your bronzer. I'm going to use the Artiste brush. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender. And this beauty blender has the foundation that I applied. So see the difference? But that's really gorgeous, actually. And the good thing is that because I applied more than one layer, if you want to go a little bit more heavier with the bronzer, you can. So that's a plus. It blended really nicely, as you guys can see, and it blended really well with the actual blush, the Blursh on top. So we're going to check out the other shade, which is the Shady Business. I'm going to open it up. Of course, it has the same unicarton, same component. Now, just for comparison, this is the Caramel Chisel, and this is Shady Business. So you can see in comparison the colors, the shades. So trying the Shady Business on this side. Let's see. And I am using the same brush, the MF1. That's gorgeous. And just taking my beauty blender just to diffuse the edges a little. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay, then I'm going to apply some Posey Rosey on top. Same deal. Using the MF3, which is a more fluffier brush. The same one I used it for this side for the blush. And I am just diffusing. Again, taking my beauty blender and diffusing the edges. That is gorgeous. Gonna take a little bit more bronzer, the liquid blusher, the Shady Business, and I'm just gonna apply a little more. Then like the other side, I'm going to use some of my concealer. Same deal with my Artiste brush. And going back in with my beauty blender. Okay, so that is what that side looks like. This is the Shady Business with the Posey Rosey on top. This is the Caramel Chisel with the same Posey Rosey blush on top. Okay, so now that we have tried both shades along with the blush, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. You guys saw what it looks like for someone who is my complexion or similar. The good thing with the shades is that they blend so seamlessly that they almost look alike in a sense. It's just a matter of whether you want more cool tone. I would suggest the Caramel Chisel. It looks a little bit more cooler toned. And if you wanted a little more warm tone, the Shady Business. But they're both equally good. The blush, I am obsessed with the Posey Rosey. Such a good blush. I love this shade, especially for the summer. It's just a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm actually really, really surprised I enjoyed the liquid bronzers as much as I did. I like the fact that it is user-friendly for a person who really doesn't deal with liquid bronzers like I do. I'm more of a powder bronzer kind of gal. It was so easy for me to use, so that's a plus side. So if you're scared of trying a liquid bronzer, I would definitely recommend this brand only because it's so user-friendly. The shades shades both performed beautifully on my skin. As you guys can see, it blends it out really, really nicely. The brushes that I use, which is the MF1, this is a really nice brush. I necessarily wouldn't use it for bronzing. I could see me definitely using this for my complexion products like my foundation. You can obviously use it for your bronzer, but I just liked using the Beauty Blender more. It just made it blend out more seamlessly, especially if you're a person that is not a pro in terms of liquid bronzers. Then I would definitely recommend using a Beauty Blender only because it will diffuse whatever product you have on there seamlessly. But I did enjoy both brushes very much. This one I'm obsessed with. This was the MF3. I would definitely use this for a blush, whether it be cream or powder. I am definitely going to be grabbing both of these brushes. I will be trying the other brushes in future videos, so you will be seeing a little cameo here and there, and you will see them in future videos. But I definitely enjoyed the brushes. I definitely enjoyed the bronzers, and I definitely enjoyed the blush. Would I recommend all of these products? Absolutely. Do I feel that you need for sure the brush in order to use the bronzer? I don't think so. You can definitely use whatever brushes you use at home or a beauty blender. But since I love collecting brushes, especially high quality brushes, I will definitely be using these. So these make a perfect addition to my makeup brush family. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like. It helps me realize what you guys want to see for future ones. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you here. We post a variety of different content on here. With that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.